forbid evil. Yeah. Peace be upon you, my people. Allied and unified's how we stay. Allegiance, you won't be less than amazed. Allegiance, 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 allegiance.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On Sunday the 8th of March, Britain First carried out a demonstration in Derby where they initially targeted a nearby mosque before marching through the city centre. The protest ended in the arrest of party leader Paul Golding for attacking a young Muslim who was passing by at the time. Today we've got Uthman Ali with us, who was the Muslim attacked on the day. So Uthman, are you the Muslim? Are you the Muslim?
Yes, that would be me.
Okay, and Britain First have referred to you as an extremist Muslim. Do you consider yourself to be an extremist?
Apparently so, on the basis of having a beard and being a Muslim. It's funny, but it's also pretty serious at the same time. This is from Britain First, a right-wing extremist organisation, so obviously we recognise it for what it is. But similar kind of headlines are also used by the mainstream media and even the government in some instances.
Okay, there have been a lot of comments by their party members, a lot of people on their page saying that you might be an immigrant Muslim claiming benefits. Is there any truth to those accusations?
Well, with the first one, I'm not an immigrant. I was born here and raised here too. As far as benefits are concerned, personally, if somebody's not working, there's nothing wrong with claiming benefits. Personally, I've never claimed a single benefit in my entire life. Within the family, between me and my brothers, we have 3 businesses, which also employs people, adds to the British economy and gives jobs. So no, I'm not an immigrant on benefits.
Okay, so what actually happened on the day between you and Paul Golding?
Okay, well, I'll tell you briefly from the start. I was at home and I got a phone call from one of my cousins telling me the EDL is in town. So it clicked in my head that my mum and sister are in town, and EDL, being the type of people that they are similar kind of people as well, have a habit of attacking Muslims, mainly Muslim women with hijab on. So instantly I thought, okay, I need to ring them, go see my mum and sister, see if they're okay, do the shopping with them and come back home with them. So I rang them, I've headed to town. I was still in my shorts, so I was lying in bed when I got the phone call, didn't have time to change my clothes. Headed to town, rang them. I'm on the way to meet them and I happened to pass the demonstration. That's when I realised it's not EDL, it's Britain First, and Mr. Paul Golding is here himself. So this is a man that likes to confront Muslims, likes to engage in dialogue and likes to approach Muslims in this kind of confrontational way. So I walked up to him and asked him a question. I said, "What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? What's the demonstration about?" It caught him a little bit off guard. And he asked me, so what? I said, "What are you doing? What is the demonstration about?" He said, "We want to get rid of Islam."
So that was his aim. He said he wants to get rid of Islam. He said he wants to get rid of Islam completely.
Rid of Islam completely. I said, "Well, practically, you're not going to do that, are you?" But my follow-on question was, okay, what is your belief system? What ideology do you get this hatred from? What is it that has radicalized you to behave in this way? Completely caught him off guard. Now, this is a person who usually seems very articulate in his speech, in his videos, very, very intelligent, and able to put his views across in a good way. Not at all the case. When I asked him the question, his brain malfunctioned at that moment, and he didn't know how to answer it. So he realised that his only option was turn it into a confrontation. His reply was, "Why don't you F off back to Afghanistan?" Well, he didn't say F, but I'm not going to swear. He said, "Why don't you F off back to Afghanistan?" And walked off. And that's when I had to tell him how it is. I said, "You're a coward. You manipulate your videos to show you are confronting Muslims. You like to ask questions." But I said, "Come and ask me a question, or come and answer my question. This is the point he went into a full rage, came storming at me, headbutted me, at which point I defended myself. And then his security basically jumped on me and there was a bit of a scuffle. and that's it. The police came, intervened, and that's it from there. That was the end of the actual incident.
Okay, so Britain First claim that they want to confront Muslims and engage in dialogue with Muslims. What do you think about that from your experience? Is that what they came to Derby to do?
You would think so, wouldn't you, judging from their videos? But this is a very, very crude organisation. They're very manipulative and deceptive in their videos. They specifically target mosques. They do their research. They target mosques at a time when they know there's going to be nobody there, apart from the odd caretaker or two. They go in, walk in, disrespect the place, shout at old men who probably can't even understand what they're saying. I approached them to not confront but engage in dialogue. They weren't able to engage with me. Jaden, whatever her name is, she was stuttering. She couldn't even get her words out at that time. Paul Golding.
Yeah, she's quite a loud one, she is, isn't she? She's a very loud one.
She's a very loud one, but she was very quiet at that time. Yeah. And Paul Golding wasn't able to answer any of my questions. So not at all. I would not say they are a group who looks to engage in dialogue at all, or even confront. I don't think they have the will or even the capability to confront or engage in dialogue with Muslims.
Yeah, obviously there was a bit of a scuffle, and apparently this Paul, sorry, what's his name again?
Golding?
Paul Golding. Yeah, Paul Golding. He does claim that he was an MMA cage fighter. So what's your views on that?
Maybe so. He might have been an MMA cage fighter. I don't know where that was or his record, but I mean, just to go through. There's a bit of a confusion in the statements.
Yeah, there's a confusion regarding the police statements.
Yeah.
Apparently, the police officer claims that he saw Paul Golding actually hit you, but then Britain First allegedly said that you said in your report that you didn't hit him, that he didn't hit you.
Yeah. There's a little bit of truth in that, but that's not exactly what I said. Now, the reason being, he's headbutted me, I've defended myself, and then there's been a scuffle. Now, apparently, during the scuffle, while I'm scuffling with the security or they're grabbing me or whatever, he's punched me on the shoulder. Now, honestly, I didn't realise. He punched me. So anybody who's had a self-defense classes from Mr. Paul Golding, I'd say get a refund.
Okay, so how have the police dealt with the incident up until now then, or how did they deal with it on the day, and what happened?
Well, I'd say the individual officers on a personal level were fairly reasonable, but overall, I don't understand why I had to be locked up for 9 hours just for getting assaulted. It didn't quite make sense to me. At the same time, overall, as the police, as an organisation and authority, I don't understand how a group like Britain First is able to operate. Now, this is a group that was inciting racial hatred. They went to a mosque inciting racial hatred and religious hatred. They stormed through the city centre because this was an unplanned protest. The police were not aware of it. So they've stormed through the city centre, shouting religious hatred and abuse, said they want to get rid of Islam, and then attacked a Muslim. Now, because of the current climate created by the media, we don't really see the seriousness of it. But if you were to replace Britain First with a group of Muslims, and then the rhetoric used against Muslims, used against Jews, you would see a very different story with the police and also with the mainstream media.
Okay, so that was Uthman Ali with his version of events. I'm Amin Raja from Allegiance News. Thank you and goodbye.
Command good, forbid evil. Yeah. Peace be upon you, my people. Allied and unified, how we stay. Allegiance, you won't be less than amazed.
Okay, lastly, I'd just like to thank my security team. Oh, that's right. I don't need security for you pathetic coward, punk ass mother.